World War II. Directed by Zuala Rashid.
Introduction.
Dictatorial regimes pursued expansionist policies to counter the effects of the economic crisis, clashing with the interests of democratic colonial powers. This led to the outbreak of World War II.
What were the main causes of this war? What were its phases? What were its consequences?
Causes of World War II.
Several factors contributed to the outbreak of World War II, including
indirect causes, which included the aftermath of World War I, treaties with harsh terms for the defeated nations, the 1929 crisis, which led to the strengthening of dictatorial regimes and their pursuit of expansionist policies to gain access to markets.
Hitler's violation of the Treaty of Versailles by rearming his country. Dictatorships withdrew from the League of Nations and formed alliances among themselves.
The direct cause, Hitler began his expansionist policies, annexing Austria in 1938 as part of the Anschluss. In the same year, he annexed the Sudetenland region of Czechoslovakia before annexing all of Czechoslovakia in 1939.
However, his invasion of Poland on September 1, 1939, led to the outbreak of World War II after the intervention of France and Britain.
Invasion of Poland.
The Nazis and the Soviets divided Poland between them, as had been secretly agreed in the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact.
The stages of World War II.
World War II unfolded in two main phases.
The first phase, from 1939 to 1941, witnessed victories for the Axis powers. German armies invaded Poland, controlled the Mediterranean basin and most of Europe, and launched their invasion of the Soviet Union in 1941. Invasion of France.
After the occupations of Denmark and Norway in April and early May 1940, Hitler invaded France on May 10, 1940.
Pearl Harbor.
On the December 7, 1941, Japanese forces bombed the important American naval base Pearl Harbor. The following day, the United States declared war on Japan.
The second phase, from 1942 to 1945, marked a shift in the balance of power in favor of the Allies with the entry of the United States and Japan, following the latter's bombing of the American base at Pearl Harbor.
Germany surrendered in 1945, followed by Italy and Japan after the atomic bombings of Nagasaki and Hiroshima.
The Normandy landings.
The Normandy landings were the landing operations on June 6, 1944. It remains the largest seaborne invasion in history, launching the Allied liberation of Nazi-occupied France and Western Europe.
On May 7, 1945, the German army commanders surrendered all forces to the Allies. This surrender ended the war in Europe. On August 15, 1945, the Japanese surrendered. The Second World War was over.
World War II had several consequences.
Human consequences. World War II resulted in millions of deaths among the warring nations, more than 60 million, particularly Germany, the Soviet Union, and Japan.
These enormous human losses can be explained by the war's length and the deadly weapons used.
Economic consequences. World War II devastated the infrastructure of many European countries.
The enormous cost of the war forced most European nations to borrow from abroad, leading to increased debt. Living standards declined across Europe in general.
Political consequences. The political map of Europe changed, and the most important changes can be summarized as follows: the Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, joined the Soviet Union.
The Eastern European countries adopted communism and joined the Soviet Union. The division of Germany into East and West in 1949. The United Nations was founded in 1945, replacing the League of Nations, to maintain world peace.
Summary.
The creation of the UN in 1945 and the signing of the UN Charter proclaimed the right of peoples to self-determination.
In the context of the Cold War and the weakness of the colonial powers, most territories in Asia and Africa gained independence.